Hello, everyone. Today's story is really special. It's about a boy who seemed lazy on the outside, but inside he had the heart of a problem solver. By the end of this story, you'll see how someone who avoids hard work can still achieve amazing things with the right motivation. And as always, we'll pick up some new words and practice how to use them in real sentences. So make sure to stay with me till the end. Let's begin. There once lived a boy named Ayan in a peaceful mountain village. He was 15, kind-hearted, and clever, but oh so lazy. He lived with his mother and younger sister in a small wooden house. His father had passed away when he was very young, and since then, his mother did most of the work around the house and their small vegetable farm. Ayan's only task was to collect firewood and help with watering the plants. But he always found shortcuts. Instead of chopping wood, he would collect dry twigs that fell from trees. Instead of walking around the farm with a bucket, he made a system with pipes from old bottles to water the plants without moving too much. His mother noticed these things. She would sometimes smile at his clever ideas, but deep down, she worried. What will happen when life truly tests him? One year, the village faced a terrible drought. There was no rain for weeks. The plants began to dry up. Ayan's mother fell ill from working under the hot sun, and now Ayan had to handle everything on his own. At first, he tried, but the work was hard, and the sun was cruel. By the end of the first week, the crops were dying, and Ayan felt helpless. He sat on a rock one evening, looking at the hills turning brown and dry. His sister came and sat beside him. She was only 8, and her eyes looked up at him full of hope. "Will we be okay, Ayan?" she asked softly. That one question hit him harder than anything ever had. He realized then it wasn't just about him being lazy anymore. His family needed him. The next morning, Ayan heard news in the village square. The king of their land had announced a grand challenge. The winner would receive a bag of gold coins. It was open to everyone, and the test would happen in the capital city in 3 days. Most people didn't care. After all, only the strong ever win those things. But Ayan's eyes lit up. He thought, this could be my chance. Without thinking much, he packed a small bag and told his mother he was going. She looked at him, surprised, but said nothing, just placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "Try your best, my son." The capital was far, but Ayan reached it by walking during the day and resting under trees at night. When he arrived, he was nervous. There were so many others, tall, muscular, confident. Ayan felt small, but he didn't give up. The first challenge was strange. Contestants had to build a bridge across a short river using only the materials given to them: some ropes, bamboo sticks, and a few tools. Most contestants rushed to build something quickly, but Ayan sat quietly and observed. Then he built something simple but smart. Instead of using the bamboo to walk across, he tied the sticks together, used them as floating support, and carefully walked across, balancing himself. He wasn't the fastest, but he was one of the few who crossed safely. He was selected for the final round. The final round was a task of strength and thinking. Each person was given a heavy iron box and asked to take it to the top of a small hill. They could choose only one tool to help. Choices included ropes, wooden rollers, and even a wheelbarrow with one broken wheel. Everyone laughed when Ayan picked a thin metal sheet, but he had a plan. While others struggled to carry or drag their boxes up, Ayan placed his box on the metal sheet and created a slide using the slope of the hill. Slowly, carefully, he pushed it forward, while sitting and guiding it. It moved like a sled. Near the top, he used a stick to steer and stop the box from rolling back. It took time, but he reached the top. First, the king watched all this from a balcony. He called Ayan and asked, "How did you win without great strength?" Ayan looked up and said honestly, "I used to be lazy, Your Majesty. But when my family needed me, I found my reason to try." The king smiled and handed him the reward. Ayan returned to his village not just with gold, but with pride and purpose. He fixed the water system, saved the remaining crops, and promised himself he'd never wait for someone else to save the day. This story shows us something important. Being lazy doesn't mean you can't succeed. Sometimes all we need is a powerful reason. When we care deeply about something, our family, our future, our dreams, we find a strength we didn't know we had. And as you heard today's story, I hope you picked up new words, new phrases, and a little motivation. Learning English is just like Ayan's journey. It might feel hard at first, but with patience and purpose, you'll go far. Thank you so much for being here today. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay kind, and keep learning.